Hello and welcome to part 2 of the Stryker Chair training for building deputies at Purdue University Calumet. Next, we're going to listen to some tips, thoughts, and suggestions from fellow building deputies on operation of the chair.
I think that from the perspective of a person in chair, I want to ask questions. Is this okay? Do you guys do it? Or something to assure me? I'm a little nervous.
Absolutely.
And I want to make sure that these guys know what they're doing. Yeah. I want to say a few things that, you know.
What are you doing? Why are you tipping me back? I was sitting like this for a minute.
Have you done this before? You know, it's
So then as a building deputy, you want to make sure to tell the person each step of what you're doing
Absolutely.
to reassure
Do not
them.
do anything until you tell the patient what you're doing.
Okay.
Somebody that has a mobility limitation, they can't go down the stairs, because the other option is for them to shelter safely in place in a room away from whatever threat may be. So you'll want that as, look at that as an option. It's not always that you just have to take them in the Stryker chair. But if somebody shelters like that, we'll have to call 911 and let somebody know they're there.
Absolutely.
We didn't go through this training.
Okay.
There's a lot of things that they don't make sense until you know what's...
Until you do it, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's why everything red has a function.
Yes.
And I also think that when there's two people, one is checking with the other one. This is what I'm doing, the steps. Because if you do it, you forget something and boom. When I was there, I was constantly thinking, I hope they have the brakes on. Because he could have tilted over and boom, come down.
More than anything else that gets forgotten is the feet strap.
Right.
They get you in, they get you strapped in, they get you all in, and they forget about the feet.
Okay.
So that's important.
If you can check, the two people, I'm doing this step, this step, just reassuring each other that they're doing
Yeah,
proper
communication
procedure.
should be between
Communication.
That's what we do in like CPR training. You have to communicate with the other person if there's somebody, and if both people are communicating, then it's far less likely that anything will get forgotten or that anything can go wrong. Especially in a crisis, everybody's a little bit panicked. Even also that back and forth between two building deputies could be comforting to someone who's sitting in the chair. Clearly then, those are people who are trying their best and will at least seem to know what they're doing, which I'm guessing if you're being strapped to something where you have no control would be very helpful.
And I think what Bill mentioned about maybe dialogue when you're tired. I feel a little tired, can we stop for a second? Okay, let's do this. And so people don't say, well, why are they stopping? Just like communicating, we're a little tired or, it doesn't feel right, whatever.
We're going to take a break. We're going to stop around this step right here. Lean you forward a little bit. We're going to catch our breath, and then we'll continue leaning you back, and on off we go.
Spend some time with the chair,
Yes.
Okay.
because it's a little daunting to begin with.
Okay. Great tip. Thank you.
I know I feel better about it, even though I didn't use it that much. I now feel like I know where everything is on it. Like, I'd be able to handle it better, just having spent a little bit of time.
Great.
Do you have an instruction manual with this?
We have the pictogram that is,
Okay, but you might want to put a copy of the actual instructions with that to guide you to be able to read what you should and should not do. I have a copy of that. I can make several copies and get them out to you.
what I think might be a better idea is to have a copy of maybe a PDF form of the instructions. I can scan them and then include that in the building deputy training, because when it comes time to use this, you're going to be, time is of the essence, so you don't want to have to sit and flip through a long, complicated instruction manual, but I will include that.
That should be done prior to,
Right.
like you say, when you're training with this. Read those instructions, and once you're familiar with what this does, then you can read and you can associate, okay, this is what I need to do, just so you can put it in the back of your mind.
Okay.
So that this is not something unique when you get to it.
I don't think there's anything magic on it. It's, if you train, there's a couple things you need to know, and if you know them, you're done. I don't think it's really complicated, but if you use it a couple times, you should be fine.
It builds that familiarity with the chair.
I mean, there's 3 or 4 things you need to remember, and if you did them like once or twice, I think you'll be good.
Okay.
Do you feel better about using it today?
Yeah, I think I can use it myself. Now, I think I always said like 3 or 4 things I had to remember, and that's it. How to open it, how to close it, and how to
It'd
handle
be
it.
nice if the building deputies in the same building would pair up and train with it.
Okay, so then if that was the case, if we have building deputies that want to go through a training and pair up, then we'll just have them contact campus police to actually obtain the chair and go through that, okay. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you found the video informative.